the last time I made a video, it was about TwoMad, and it's because he passed away, and I wanted to remind people he's not a good guy, and we shouldn't look past all the bullshit. I really wanted my next video I made to be about TwoMad, but the whole Jameski situation did not pan out. It didn't go anywhere, man. It really didn't. So I got nothing. I got nothing to say. There was a recent Twitter thing that went off that was kind of well, I don't want to use the word funny, but I got no other words to use, so I'm gonna use it. It was funny. The way that some dude who looked like TwoMad posted an innocent photo. He was wearing a Garfield hat, was excited for his birthday, and he went out and saw the Garfield movie and said it sucked. Honestly, because of the way the hat just slid over his face, everyone was retweeting him with the TwoMad meme with Kenjaku's scars on his head, suggesting that this is TwoMad's vessel. And then another dude on Twitter as well, surprise, surprise, Twitter, he was tweeting like TwoMad, like the very last joke, something Gray, Brianna Gray, I think is her name. The woman that TwoMad fucking was saying that just the terrible stuff. I think he said that she was hot and that's his girlfriend and stuff like that, but she's a murder victim. So it's just really shit and bad timing because I think that was just a couple months after. It doesn't matter how recent it was. It was really fucked up to say. But long story short, someone else made fun of that. I think basically the same context, same type of joke. Like, it's obvious they're joking, but it's just the type of shit you joke about. You really shouldn't sometimes, my opinion. You can have your own. I don't really mind, but just know that I'm not alone in that opinion, so people might look at you a little funny, a little different, and that's their right. And you have the right to make your jokes, so yeah. Anyways, so my next video was going to be about TwoMad. Then months came into months, and it came into months, and there was nothing that came from Jameski, like I was just saying. So yeah, no. But there's an ImAllexx situation, and I'm just going to watch this. I'm about 20 minutes in. He hasn't really gone over anything that was very different from what we already know. And if you're clicking this video, you already know what's going on. So, you know, it's a low-key video. I'm a very small channel. Anyways, we're going to watch this now. This is Kavos' video. I can leave a link for it.
I'm not forgiven or feeling better, but I'll move on so he stops complaining being mad. But I'm set for his actions. I've never wanted to leave someone so badly or come home so badly.
I'm also going to be playing some video game in the background because this is a long video. I'll be pausing it here and there and giving my thoughts, but it's a long video. I needed to be able to do something in the background while I'm watching this. I would do that if I was just experiencing it alone as well, but since I have an audience, you know, I can crank out the camera, just get shit popping. So yeah, this is great. So far, he's talked about everything we already know, and he's just going over the text messages right now, which I think is a good part to start because this is some parts that not everyone has seen because it's 82 pages, bro. You got 82 pages written on you by your girlfriend is crazy. That is terrible. I haven't read any of it other than like the first 2 pages that are online. Because I had shit to do. But now it's the end of the day, and we're unwinding. So we're getting into this in the fastest way possible for me. At 2x speed, subs on, I'll be commentating on some of this stuff, but for the most part, we're going to be gaming. So enjoy that.
I can't help holding back tears whenever I think of coming home, away from this hellhole. Just want to be home. Alongside that, I can't believe I've been putting up with someone like this with no morals or human emotions, and he scares the shit out of me. He'll argue, and I don't want to live with a guy where I have to suffer in silence or be quiet. That's literally hell. He wants a little minion to love him and need him. He tells me I need him. Fine. And he broke my glasses the last time for no reason and hid them. Oh my god.
Actually need to get this and the other screen because this is impossible to view right now. So let me get this here, and I'll put this here. Hold up. I'm professional. I swear. I said it, so it must be true. Okay.
That's psycho. He'll gaslight until I react. When I do, he'll call me crazy. Like he did, just scream in my face for an hour. Here's from the dad. But to be honest, as soon as those shit again, I'm out coming home makes it easier. I'm not happy with you.
I didn't even
Don't have
watch
to, you deserve
this.
better. It's bear on cat or kitten blink food now. And you're right, I'm not going to take any more. I just feel weird leaving out saying anything when he's calmed down. But it's stuck right now. You don't owe anybody anything, and if he hasn't apologised, that's groveled, then he shouldn't be surprised. There's another text with a mum. It doesn't stop a word, it starts to get worse. If he's ready to push you over, put his hands over your mouth. But do not let it get that far. Get out. I mean, I'd like to see more text to the parents, because if that's my daughter, or even my sister, or even a friend, I'm going to tell them they need to leave. Give them the full extent, as you see now, so it's definitely, you know, a lot of people bring a read back, like, why aren't the parents like dragging her out of that place? Why aren't the parents doing something right there and then? We actually don't know how much she told the parents there. Other days after that argument, he would scream in my face, telling me to kill myself multiple times. In arguments over small things. He would walk away and come back angry as if he couldn't leave without screaming, have me back down, be silent until I broke down. This evolved to the point where I'd be shaking and scared for my life every time he came close, always in the same room whilst arguing. He still blamed me for our arguments and get back at me, started with small petty things like breaking my glasses without me knowing and throwing them in the trap. He even helped me go look for them, pretending he was innocent until I finally suspected he didn't indeed throw him away. And laughed whilst admitting it, acting as if it was a big deal. He ended up being secretive over his phone, so when I discovered it was him stalking his ex on social platforms and found her old not safe for work pictures he kept with her. Said sorry and that was it. Well, that's fucking creepy as shit. 20th December was the day I decided no longer felt his behaviour. I was getting the house ready for his parents to come over for dinner as Alex did not clean or prepare anything. He must have thought I was angry with him because as I cleaned the kitchen he was constantly asking me if anything is wrong. I tell him multiple times I'm fine and nothing is wrong, I just want to clean. He started shouting, getting hysterical, thinking I'm lying and that I'm pissed off. I say very few words due to the fact I'm mentally drained. I had nothing left in me when we had these arguments. I barely said anything. He asked for tasks he could do to help him panic. Tell him to wipe the sides of the kitchen counters, take out the bins, etc. He starts screaming after I give him more than one task, telling me he can't handle more than one at a time, so after he overreacts I start to walk away. On my way out of the kitchen, he kicks me in the back and I turn and say verbal abuse and Alex now getting physical. What the fuck? Remind you as you seem to have forgotten how abusive away from me. You kicked me, you psychotic freak. I'm not fucking dealing with this. Keep going, it's adding to the report. You start shit today, you weird freak, do you think it's fucking fair to do what you did earlier? To be honest, you actually think what you did in the kitchen was normal? After yesterday you pulled the same shit. You kicked me, and I told you not to, woman. You freaked out on not me. Fucking answer the question. You're mental trying to convince yourself again. Hardly, bye. Oh my god, fucking leave me, you weird cunt. I did. Jesus, idiot. You win, you're so cool, weird fucker. Yeah, I do, because I finally left you after all the shit I took. You win. Okay. At this point, it was the second time you hurt me, I was scared, so I texted my friends to pick me up. I started packing. He follows me around the house, screaming random things at me, trying to justify his actions for going too far. I recorded this because I was scared he would hit me again. I say nothing, I'm panicking to the point where I'm sweating from fear, as he's following me, screaming at me, calling me the N-word and useless. We actually have that recording from Alice, which I'm going to play now. I'm going to edit any of the dead air, but for the sake of how serious this is and having everything, I'm going to let most of the clip just run, and we're going to get back into everything else.
Oh, what? I don't understand. When you fucking want all day, it's like, and then you look like a miserable fucking little cunt all the time. Like, your face is annoying to look at when I come downstairs. Like, I actually feel like I'm looking at you, which is why I sleep downstairs. I don't have to go upstairs. Oh, you think I'm just like fucking woman, just like fucking ask me to buy another one, or stop fucking complaining. Like, nothing, the thing is, it annoys me, nothing needs to be argued, everything is fixable. Buy a new duvet, I sleep downstairs. But no, you've always got to act like none of this stuff, because you're actually trying to fix it, your fucking problem. Like, it's infuriating at this point. Like earlier, you're miserable about it. All you have to do is what it is, it's fine. You don't feel like you're not on yourself, and they don't leave it you. So, what do you think? It's fine, don't worry about it. I don't know what you say, you don't feel like I'm right. But you don't not play your fucking whistle brain. I'm not going to pay for anything. So, who really fucking cares what you have to say? What does it fucking matter? If you want to do that, I'll fucking hire one. It's my money. But this is the thing, your relation's not all of that. I'm giving you options for everything, just not everything. You're actually trying to sort out any of these problems. They've not got problems with bits. Man, why don't you fucking call them? Why does it have to be me? You can fucking call people, you can get sorted, you can take them out if you want to. But no, it doesn't actually fucking do anything. I'm trying to fucking right now, so I'm spending fucking every single day trying to figure out where fucking 75,000 fucking pounds has gone. I'm not ever going to get it. And then any of my future YouTube revenue, because the company's holding my channel fucking hostage. So yeah, sorry I forget about the fucking clean the sign sometimes. I've got bigger fish to fry. I still have a post. You still think about it?
Sorry. So you. I want you.
Huh?
So you.
I tried to stop this like 7
I
times.
didn't stop it.
I tried to stop it.
Away.
I did try to stop
Sorry.
it.
Sorry, it's away.
If you had to do half the shit I had to do, you wouldn't understand why stuff half the loads of stuff. You only one half after video every 3 seconds. It does terribly. But I slept up here because you fucking made, because you made me. I went to sleep downstairs so I could fucking actually wake up all the time.
I didn't make you.
Yes, you did. You're trying to fucking fit. Yes, you did. Well, you can stop this right now.
Yeah, shut up, you're following me. Go on, fuck off.
After I left, I later picked up my things after he threatened to throw them outside. A £4,000 plus setup. I found everything on the floor and taken apart. The keyboard was smashed and scattered everywhere. He claimed the keys had fallen off my keyboard when he was packing all away. When I got home and plugged everything in, I found the monitor screen was both smashed to bits, the keyboard broken and the camera too, showing pictures of just that. I mean, it's clear he has this uncontrollable little man rage that he can't control, and is just a complete abusive prick. Getting violent, physical, threatening, everything. I'll be so glad if this is really getting reported to the police. It absolutely needs to. That is not an understatement. It has to be. After I ended the relationship, he tried to manipulate me, telling me we just need time that he will change, and begged me to give him a chance to change and make things better. This went on for months. He kept doing this and getting angry when I didn't give back the same energy. Of course I did, because I come to the realization that I was abused, lost, and had no idea what to do at the time. He started little things he knew would get my attention in an attempt to spark any conversation, like following exes or people we argue about. So I tried to get me back into the house, telling me he's put the bins out and asked me to come over for dinner. He ended up arguing with me over situations me not wanting to give him time or attention. Of course I don't. I left him. He abused me. He couldn't accept this. I ended up blocking him and he finds other social platforms to message him and argue. I blocked him again, so he ended up messaging all my accounts, including the account I made for my cat Bear, asking him begging for a phone call so he can move on. After everything he did, he still was thinking about himself and how he could make it better for him. I kept telling him that I didn't want to call or meet him. Ali shows Discord videos of him just constantly messaging her, like all the time. It also shows you him calling her again loads of names, saying it's F off on your C, and then him trying to crawl back to her. I know you don't mean it, but it really puts me down. It's very super active, I apologise for that. I just want to spend time with you so I can make stuff better. I do want to make stuff better. Here to apologise again. I'm sorry. Are you up? I'm upset and I miss you. I want everything to be normal. I do everything I can to get you back. Starting today. What do I do then? Stop being mean. Okay, I'm sorry. Can we call? Just 5 minutes. Apology, then I'll go. Okay, I'll stop texting you. I'll give you space. I fuck this. Good morning. Have a good day. I miss you a lot. Go on. Let me cook though. And the house is all clean. I've just put the bins out. This isn't hot. It's basic living, kid. Here's more. Bye. And say bye properly. I can't move on unless we call, to be honest. Lol, so why can you call me every time the sun? Sure, bud. I can completely cut you off when we call, but I will struggle if you don't. That's gonna suck for you. I don't want to fight. I want to end it. Wait.
Ooh, this is actually somewhat giving me a headache. I might have to slow it down, which kind of sucks because there's still about 20 minutes left of this. So it's not going to be an easy 10-minute dash through. And he is actually getting into like the juicier parts of this. I say juicy with very loose connotation because it's kind of fucked up. Because this is about someone's abuse. It's not really gossip or tea or any of that kind of, oh my god, I hate this person kind of thing. Because he's not a good guy. I haven't liked him as a YouTuber or a person ever since that shit in 2017, 2018 when he got with that group who fucked over Slazo. You can look all that up. Going over it briefly, it was a false essay allegation on top of abuse, and Alex was coaching the girl to come forward and basically wrote parts of the script, if you will, to what to say to the public and all that shit. They all had a group chat. It's very old and ancient YouTube news. So yeah, I don't like this guy. He's getting his comeuppance, but this isn't juicy. That was the wrong word used. So we're just gonna get back into this. I think I'm gonna take it down to maybe 1.5 speed, but this actually is starting to annoy me. So let me just hear him.
Even. Okay, let me take a second here, please, if I can.
Nah, it's still too much. Let me try 1.25, and then we'll just try it normal. Because I feel like he's reading these quickly because he probably himself knows that this is gonna be a long video. Go.
Abused you like you did me, and take that back. I don't mean it like that. Imagine why I say it if you don't mean it. No,
That's
seriously,
good.
I didn't. Yeah, bye. I meant everything as in don't talk anymore because we're both so hurt. You didn't wrong me like I did you. I know that. It's so serious what you put me through. You know that, right? I know you know. I know you know how fucking messed up this can be for you because you know you did so much wrong. God, I know that more than anything. You fucking know you're sick and you're saying I did the same thing. But I thought I would have a chance to talk at you and say sorry, and I really don't want to have that taken away. Thanks for the sorry, I don't forgive you. I don't want to beg for you back. I want to call and say sorry, ask you to forgive me. I don't owe you that time. I just want to apologise to you like real people who were together for nearly a year. And you didn't. It's like so hard for me to have just cut you off. You just kept on doing it, like completely, and got worse, until it actually got domestic and serious and you're saying we're even. I got worse because I'm self-destructive. And every time we didn't call, I got worse. I mean, just acting like a complete psycho. Clearly here as well, Alice voicing her feelings about the abuse. Alex not denying it, not that he could, the proof is so overwhelming. Just doing anything he can to apologise, not for her though. That's the thing you've got to really realise. It's for himself. It's so he can feel better, so he can try and protect himself. Thinking maybe an apology might stop this getting out and no one will know. Who knows what this narcissistic little cretin thinks. Eventually he tells me I deserve better and gets all sorry for himself after he realises I'm actually not coming back. He sends me apologies and owns up to everything he's ever done to me. In voice notes and videos crying while still begging me for a phone call so he can talk and move on. I don't and won't ever want him.
I gotta say, that is so manipulative and fucked up, especially if you know how much you mean to that person. That's like what I was saying earlier. Like, how can you say that shit to your girlfriend, like, who genuinely loves you and wants to support you and shit? Like, I don't know. Finding someone that actually cares about you is super rare, whether it's a friend or family. You know, just be good to that person. They'll be good to you, and I don't see why you would take advantage of that or abuse, but like, you're not right in the head. Something clearly has to be worked through with this guy. He's fucked up, especially going back to what I was saying about Slazo. Like, I'm not even poisoning the well at this point. I'm just stating facts. This guy is not a good person.
To give him that. After I explained to him how he was abusive, he claimed that I was abusive too, and tried to spark a reaction, and after he said I'm joking. He continuously begged me to call him. Yeah, so we've seen all of that. Here's him again messaging other accounts. Alice, talk to me. There's a chance I can spend every day trying to make up to you, then I want to take it and show you I'm serious, but these are the last messages. If you do decide to contact me, I'll be here. There will be no more contact from me. The letter speaks for itself, and I'm not going to make you be in something you don't want to be in. I don't want you to make it up to me. You know you don't mean this. You carried on for months and got worse and worse. You're doing whatever works in your favour right now. I want to come over and talk. In my heart, I want to run to you right now. I was scared of everything originally. I'm not anymore. I just want to do right by you. I've got one last thing to do with you today. That was left behind. What is it? Your onesie. It's something I should have done long ago. I'll have to hand deliver it, and I've already booked the taxi. You won't see me, and I'll leave straight away. I'm on my way and got the taxi to take me straight back. It's there. I've gone now. I apologise for my handwriting. Like, he's clearly being like, this is my last message, but actually, no, it's not. I'm going to still beg for you back. Still going to beg. I'm going to go get a cab to where you are and deliver a note and a onesie. Like, she clearly doesn't want to be near you. You've clearly abused her, and she's telling you to leave her alone, and your resolution to that is, I'm going to come to where you live and drop things off but disappear. If that's not creepy as shit. I mean, look, just going through this, and you can read this yourselves, guys. Just more and more messaging constantly. All Alice is trying to say here is, I don't want to talk to you, and he just keeps talking to her. I mean, look at this. It's just absolutely insanity. Sending her constant voice notes, constant messages.
Damn.
I mean, it just doesn't stop. Him just constantly apologising. I'm sorry for letting you down. The pain I feel is immeasurable, and it must not compare to what you've gone through. I'm so sorry for how selfish I've been. I told myself I was doing it for you, but I was wrong, and it was a terrible excuse to treat you that way. I mean, he's just absolutely obsessed. A restraining order definitely is in order, because this is just not normal behaviour. Here's him sending her a gift from Amazon with a note, basically asking if we can talk, and sorry for upsetting you and letting you down constantly. I mean, this is just so fucked. She clearly doesn't want anything to do with you, and all you're doing is bombarding her, sending her stuff, going to her house, with a handwritten letter, and sending her Amazon parcels. Here's the letter. It's got the writing of a 5-year-old. Trying to decipher this. Dear Alice, I'm so sorry for not fixing my behaviour before, and I understand this might be too late or too little. I hurt you deeply, and I will spend forever trying to make that up to you. I'm sorry for blaming you for that. I'm sorry for blaming you for how I acted. I didn't take responsibility for how toxic I had become. I should never have made excuses for shouting, insulting, and pulling you. I regret our last night more than anything in this world. I'm writing this because I want to show you how much I regret and I'm ashamed of hurting you. You are my world, and every day without you has been eye-opening to how you must have felt. I'm not looking for forgiveness. I will spend every day trying to earn your trust. I'm writing this on something that I can work to be able to have that chance. I'll do anything to win you back. You were right, and I'm sorry I didn't listen. You are the love of my life, and I will never forgive myself for hurting you. I will spend every day working towards fixing what I broke. I promise to never downplay or ignore you ever again. I took time to reflect on everything, and I'm making steps for myself right. I mean, even the language there, he wants to win her back like she's a prize, saying that he's going to do anything, won't stop at nothing until he earns her trust. Like, this chat is just horrible. It's so creepy. Imagine being Alice in that situation. You got this guy, massive influence, making videos, criticising other people. Behind the scenes, he's the most abusive, controlling freak of them all. He won't leave you alone, no matter how much you've asked him to leave you alone. And he just is non-stop barraging you because he probably knows he's absolutely finished. There's so much more I could talk about, but I really don't want to relive it any longer. This was an awful, toxic relationship. I should have just left 2 months in knowing and finding out the kind of person he actually is. But that's what happens when a narcissist meets an empath. They feed off it. I had communicated my best, made him aware of what made him uncomfortable, and it wasn't listened to. In no way am I trying to make myself look as if I never said anything mean. I went through months of this horrible treatment that words like these became normal for when arguments came about. Words held no weight towards the end. I stooped down to his level and became reckless in my language, tried to prove a point of, this is how you treat me, so have it back. I was pushed to the point to react, and I'm so sad it got to that toxic point, but the extent this went with him saying death threats and physical acts was too far. This consisted of a lot of reactive abuse, and I lost myself. I understand he has his own mental health struggles, but I would and will never excuse the amount of trauma he put me through. He went into this with many issues already and projected them all onto me. He knows and admits to this. I also want to mention I know my mouth isn't clean. I swear for England in every sentence I speak, so I definitely gave it back at times when I got tired and pushed over the edge. I felt it's necessary to add that. You can only take so much from belittling you and telling you they don't love you and that they hate you the whole time you're together. When you're meant to be in love, it tears you apart and changes you. Since all of this happened and public have speculated on their own from my vent posts and interactions, I've had threats of story manipulation from Alex, so I want to clear all of these up before he gets a chance to try and victimise himself and disregard everything he's done to me. If anyone's giving Alex any grief for giving it back to Alex, I think it's very clear who is the aggressor. It's very clear who's the abuser, the controller, the guy who degrades and threatens her life. Here's Alex talking to her after finding out this is going to potentially come out. Go away, Ben. I hadn't messaged you in weeks. Keep it that way. But this stuff recently doesn't seem like it's going to end, and I feel like I'm being backed into a corner for something you did. Oh no. I was hoping I could settle our issues personally. But people spreading this are people who already hate you. That's fine, I'm not bothered about them. I saw your notebook post, this was pointless, and read what you said in our messages. Yes, my standards are low. And I thought we could talk about it. Look, I let you down more than anything ever. Like, I don't have the words to express my sorrow without typing a Shakespeare poem. No matter what's happened, okay, we have a right to a private life, and I don't want to talk about you. Then go private. Vent into your friends, I understand. But this makes this whole situation harder for both of us, and takes it to an unneeded place. So you're silencing me, you're asking me to not say anything or confirm anything. Genuinely, it's not cute. I insulted you and I should have kicked you, trying to pull you towards me and argument was wrong. You keep saying this like I abused you. No, I've never actually said you abused me. I mean, good, that would be huge BS. I said it was toxic, but I understood why it had gotten there. It was toxic because of you, because of the abuse you gave. Words, feelings, actions, everything you did was vile to me, and after, the way I texted you was wrong. How can this get any more out of hand? If you keep posting stuff, it will end up being a huge problem for you. Don't you want to move on? For us. Because it's true. For you. There is no us. Alice, right now you're really trying to make me say something that you will use to hurt me with. I don't want to talk about you hitting me, and I found the text about the cat. Because I didn't, and you'd be lying when you said you punched me. I didn't punch you over a cat. Lol, is this saying you're going to use that? Because do it. Then I'll post you calling me the N-words and abusing me. No, I'm not going to, but right now you're pushing against me with witnesses. Why? I never punched over a cat. Because you won't stop, I have stayed dead silent, and it isn't enough. This is your argument. If I speak about how horrible you are and abusive you are towards me, you're going to say I hit you over a cat. That's your defense for abusing me for 8 months. Make it make sense. You don't get to hit me at all. The point I'm making is we both hated it. At this point, he's trying to use a situation with that cat and manipulate the story. I can show what really happened here. I am. Is this what you want? You didn't tell him what to do. You just said, don't talk to the cat. I'm 24. You say weird shit. I don't want to live with someone who says I can't talk to the cat. Weird shit. Be normal. Say you love it or something. Oh my God, you're actually doubling down. Look at you. I had told him to stop saying weird things to the cat. He was joking about taking him away and why I would let someone who told me they break my cat's neck near my cat. This was an argument around mine, so there's no text. He then goes on to say I punched him in the face over the cat. This is delusional island, where on now, because he's trying to grab onto anything he can to create his own story. This didn't happen. And I couldn't tell you where he took this up from. An argument where he was being horrible. Had the cat in his arms and came up to me making jokes about taking him away. Alex was in my face all over me doing this, so I pushed him off me. I mentioned to him I don't find this funny, and he carries on. I have the threat messages and a real message at the time of the event he is trying to manipulate. Before we dive into that, just an absolute scumbag. You can see through these texts, all he cares about is that this doesn't get out. Saying, oh, we're entitled to a private life. Surely, you don't want to go public. This will be bad for you. Like, almost threatening again. Alex, you're a commentary YouTuber. You talk about people's private lives all the time. And you're sitting there after doing some of the most heinous things, saying some of the most horrible things I've seen, trying to play the, it's just my private life. You can't talk about that. It's private. Like, shut the fuck up. Here's the text from that cat situation. It's hard. I'd rather not work and sit on the sofa with you all day and the cat and be peaceful. I feel like everything's collapsing. So when we wake up and everything's been good, and you dodge my kiss, it's hard. It really ruins my whole day. And take the cat off me, like, it's hard because we don't need to do that to each other. I didn't do anything. Kick me out over the cat. But buy you ice cream. Fuck off, mental case. How can we live together and start arguments over the cat? You did that. No, I didn't. Literally, you got mad, not me. I just made a joke. You got mad. You must fucking go. You have to just go. I said don't say weird shit like he's gonna be taken away, idiot. We cannot live together. Fuck off with this, my God. I'll get my own cat. Never said you can't talk to it. You're infuriating. Bye. You effing pushed me. It was an effing joke. Off of me. Off me. That's you. I'm doing what you told me to. Look, I think I'm completely in my right to say I don't want to be with someone who's going to harass me over the cat. I'd rather not be in that situation. I don't harass you. Yes, you do. I got you off me. Because it's weird. When? I said I don't find it funny. Well, we've just taken the cat is weird and you have to leave my house. So you can see in her story there, which she said Alex is just making up that she punched him, which I don't believe. She said she pushed him off her, which corroborates with them texts from the time. So it's good that she got ahead of all of this, because Alex, I could definitely see him trying to spin this in some way. Ben talks about when she slapped Alex. This is all coming from her, admitting all of this. The last story he'll manipulate is from September in his own flat. We were in a heated argument, screaming at each other, where he was in my face, belittling me for everything I do and have ever done. Calling me horrible names, every insult you could think of came out of his mouth to me. Whore, slag, bitch, nobody. I started crying, he looked at me with a straight face and sighs, called me boring and laughs. I ended up defending myself. I slapped him in the face. It was out of character from me, but he was screaming in my face abuse. I was backed into a corner, not knowing what to do. This happens when I grab my things and leave the flat, and call my friend to tell them everything that has happened. Alex spams me to come back, and I end up giving in, going back because I'm scared. Hate this, you hate this, and hurting each other more because it's true. It's going to make it right, and people are seeing you for you. And you said you slapped me yesterday. I was dreadful. Yes, I slapped your face one time. Name a girl who hasn't slapped a huge arsehole. I know I was, and I'm ashamed of everything but coming after my life and my family. That's your defense. My girlfriend slapped me after I abused her. For legal and obvious reasons, I won't attach all the evidence I have, but in due time it may be made public. He has tried to get me to stay quiet and has suggested he would deny all of this. If this happens, I will release more undeniable evidence. So, I'm assuming that means she's got an investigation going. Good. So she slapped Alex after, even in these texts he's admitting he was being horrible to her. And, she has a point. Who hasn't slapped an arsehole? He deserves much worse. And I know, I'm not advocating for violence. No, I'm not. But the stuff he put her through, the things he was saying, the abuse, the threats, the gaslighting, the manipulation, the controlling behaviour, everything. It's an absolute disgrace. The evidence is overwhelming. You can see him trying to get her back, trying to apologise for his actions, trying to make her not come public with this. I mean, it's mind-blowing. Alex has been getting protected by the UK scene in particular so much. I've called him out for years. His behaviour has always been a disgrace. Now, not to this level. This is a whole different level. But there have been signs of his manipulative behaviour, his lies, controlling, trying to ruin people's lives with false accusations. And people still protected him and worked with him. The E-Boys were formed during the whole Slazo drama. And people like Will and E at that time defended Alex. Tweeted me, trying to discredit me as if I was just coming at Alex for no reason, when in reality, I was disproving false allegations that he made against Slazo. These people actively looked away when Alex's behaviour was bad. They have now jumped ship officially. Apparently it's been ongoing for a while behind the scenes, but there's finally, after years and years and years of bad behaviour, we finally have some sort of condemnation of Alex here from Will and E and ImAllexx. ImAllexx, aware of the Alex situation, I would usually wait until both parties have said their side publicly before speaking about it, but I think the evidence here is overwhelming. I spent this morning reading what Alice has written and going over the evidence she's provided, and no one should have to go through what she has. It's awful and disturbing, and has seriously shocked me. I'm still processing what's happened. It's one of the worst situations I've ever seen in my life, and I hope Alice is okay. It took a lot of courage to speak about this. Will and E's ex-girlfriend first came out before Will did his statement saying, "This is something I've been aware of since May last year, and it's something that, in my opinion, is well known throughout the industry. Damn. I can't speak for people who aren't in our groups or who I don't see regularly, but the openness at which this was discussed amongst people last year, I genuinely find it hard to believe that creators close to Alex had no idea this was going on. When I found out Alex and I were signed to the same talent agency, I immediately made them aware of the accusations and put pressure on them to drop him, which they did. From the documents in the drive, it looks like things escalated even further from what I was aware of, which is so heartbreaking. I don't know Alice personally, but sending her so much love and support. It doesn't surprise me if this is well known before this came out, which is a complete disgrace. Imagine knowing this. You know, the extent can be debated, but just knowing that this is going on and still working with Alex, still being around Alex, there's no backbone, there's no spine in the UK scene at all. They all are just there for money, profit. They don't care who they work with, they don't care who they get in bed with. As long as people don't find out and they can make money, that's all that matters. Will and E. Firstly, I really hope Alice is doing well and commend her massively for having the courage to get that out there. As Mia mentioned, there are rumours of his behaviour earlier last year. Myself and a few others haven't contacted him since, or been his friend for even longer. With that said, the severity of the abuse that Alice published was far worse than anything I heard being discussed. That Google Drive is abhorrent, and what he put her through is inexcusable. Yeah, this is the guy who, after ImAllexx made false allegations against Slazo, continued to work with him and launch a whole brand called the E-Boys with him. Apparently false SA allegations, Will and E's alright with that, he'll work with you, but yeah, this now, it's done. I mean, thank God there's a line. I mean, come on. I made a tweet saying I don't know if anyone's going to condemn him still, because it just never happened. Thank God there's an actual line of these money-hungry guys who will do anything and work with anyone. I'm happy they're just talking about it now. I'm happy people are actually seeing Alex for the scum he is, and that Alice is getting the support she deserves. I hope there's an actual investigation going on, and Alice gets the justice she actually deserves, because what he put her through was just disgusting. Like, absolutely inexcusable. That is it for this video. I tried to cover this as best I could. We will see you guys in the next one. Until next time.
Great video, actually. He hit every single point. He mentioned new stuff I didn't know about. Like, I had no idea that there is physical abuse. I thought it might have just been verbal, not to say that one is, more excusable than the other. They're both inexcusable. You should not be abusing anybody, let alone someone that you care about or are supposed to care about, and they care about you. Like, come on, dude. That's just literally there's a word for people like that. Just heartless. And that's not even the worst thing I could say about that. He's a terrible dude in a terrible situation. I think the 82 pages was more so just proof. If I watch another video or go over anything, I'll just update and probably post through it, because this is very sad. It's very interesting as well. All things considered, the shit he pulled against Slazo is now being thrown right back into his face, and rightfully so, because the fact that he and all those other people, all those other YouTubers just got away with what they did is really, really fucked up. So I'm really glad that all this got exposed. I'm really glad that she came forward. I hope that she gets all the support from the community right now, because this is terrible. Like, she literally was abused for what looked like a year or so. I think he said years, but I don't want to say that, but I know for sure it was at least a year, just based off of the context clues and when the dates were. But goddamn, that's so sad. So I'd like to close this off now that my training is done, as well as the video. Yeah, we'll just stay up for all the things to come, and that's it. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure to like, subscribe, share the video, leave a comments, all that good stuff. Or don't. It's totally okay. Alright. Peace.